All right, so here we are. We got James, the master here. James Wood. You guys all know him on the channel, obviously. And if you don't, you need to check out his channel. Gung Ho Bows is his channel on YouTube. You guys, we were in the same church last year in the same parking lot, heading out to hunt with this boat for the very first time when he picked it up. And now here it is a year later. And you can see when you look at this thing, this boat, it definitely gets used. But what we're going to talk about now, and I highly recommend you go watch that video that we did out here with James when he got this, so he can tell you. In there he tells you all the specific little nitty gritty details. What we want to talk about today is the fact that this is by far the best hunting boat I've ever been on in my life. Again, you have to understand the differences. I got a G3. It's a great little boat. I like it. What was your little 14-footer with a 25 horse you had on it before this?
It was a Luma wheel.
A Luma well, but I mean, we are talking your classic Southern John boat, river boats that I'm running now. He was running. He gets this great deal from Havoc, takes care of it, gets this beautiful boat, and we've been hunting out of it. He obviously hunts out of it all the time. I've been on it, God, it's got to be a dozen times now. Yeah. And I will tell you that the difference between this boat and a John boat, or this boat and any boat that I've been on, is unbelievable. You're going to see some footage in here that we shot of this thing today while we were out there hunting, but this boat flies. It's got a 50 horse on it. We'll cover some of the details, but this is a 15, you said it's a what, 1550 or 1553?
It's a 1556. 1553, 56 inches across the bottom.
Yep. So
I'm sorry.
53 across the bottom.
This is a 1653 Havoc.
Yep.
VJST. So the 16 is the width, length, and the 53 is across the bottom of the boat.
Yep, 53 on the floor bottom, not at the, but 53 flat across there. Now he's also got in here, look at this mesh floor. Look at how tight that floor is. That is amazing. So your dirt and stuff goes through there and washes out, but nothing big can fit through there. Nothing big stays there. It's all the way around, and it is just simple screws, so it is very easy to remove if you wanted to remove it to ever get under there and clean. There's some screws. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. There's some screws, but how amazing this is. Rod holder, gun holder, anything that tucks up underneath there over there. He's going to come around and show you. He's going to show us. Hold on a sec. But while he's getting that, he's got a trolling motor mount right here for the trolling motor on here. We got, look at these lights and how they're caged in. Okay, all three sides, these lights scream, and they are so great on the river, and they are caged in for protection, which is very, very important. And here, let's see what he's got going here with his bow. Check this out.
This is what one thing, I ordered this specifically. I definitely wanted this. Watch this. Not only for rods, but bows.
Goes right up in the rod hole under there too, and it sits right there in that nice tray and protected. And we fit both of our bows in there. We stick both our bows right in that shelf like that. He had these custom made mounts here that he's got on here, but you can see we got a T-track system on both sides over here with the cup holders and everything on it. He's got his live view set up right there. I mean, this thing has got it all. You got all your lights, your bilge pumps, your nav, your everything you need is right there for this. We got the storage. Love the handrail right there. Handrail there. He's got his tiller control right there. Actually, that's your jack plate, right? Yeah, that's jack plate. And you got, and speaking of that, so first of all, before we get to the motor, understand, take a look at this hull. All right, look at the design of this hull. So we got a Mod V here, basically coming in the front. Very nice setup, perfect. But look at the shape of the gunwale, or gunnel. Look at it. Look at this hull setup here and the way this thing is shaped. This thing turns, as you'll see in the footage here as we show you, you can turn this thing like no boat I've ever seen in my life. And even with this massive, huge 50 horse, weight-wise, hanging off the back on a jack plate and a kick plate and the whole setup and all this weight out here and him back here, this boat runs flat. Not even, and I'm not talking just, when it's on plane. This boat runs flat as can be. On my G3, I have a 15-foot 50 or 1548 G3, and I have two 50-pound sandbags stuffed in the front to try and keep it, and I'm still running like this with just a lightweight 25 horse on the back. I don't know what it is that they do to these boats, but this boat runs flat, and that is very important. If you can't run your boat flat, you're going to have a problem, because then your motor is way down. So instead of your motor being 8 inches below the surface, it's now down there 2 feet below the surface, hitting every rock stump and snag that's under there, and it's a problem. This boat runs as flat as can be on every kind of level. Incredible hull design and the turn capability of it. Look at how straight these walls are till you get to here, but look at how straight up and down that is. This boat is a beast, and it runs very shallow.
When you turn this boat, that water comes in here and catches this, and it grips. That's what this whole little deal here is. When you turn the boat and this end dives down, or the other side, it catches right here and it just sticks.
Yeah, it does, man. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, when you're going through a tight river at 35 miles an hour in this thing, I mean, if you're in the front like I am, you'll see in the footage, you're just like, there's no way we're gonna make this. There's no way we're gonna make this. And then guess what? We make it. So you get this amazing boat here, this setup. Now you also have the step transom. James loves this because 2 reasons. One, he's going to show you how to get up, but there's also a hidden benefit that you don't think about. Look at his boots. Okay, we have been in mud all day today, and yet realistically, his is nice and clean here because he comes up through the transom. All that mud up there is from me, okay, coming in and out of the boat. But he uses here, this is usually right at water level, so he can, when we're parked on a bank, this is sitting right at water. He'll get in here and wash his feet off on there. But show him how easy that is to get in. Like, imagine if you were on a bank or coming in.
I mean, even just getting on and off of it, the trailer, step here, step here, step here.
I mean, so nice.
Now,
such a perfect.
When I'm stepping in off the riverbank, my boots is covered in mud. I just take them right here and just rinse them all off, all on this step transom.
Yep.
Just get them all clean. Step right in there
and look at the heft. Look at the build quality of this. Okay, think about the fact that most boats, including my G3 and any of those kind of boats, if I were to put a jack plate on them, 99% of every jet boat or swamp boat or John boat you get, if you put a jack plate on it, you void your warranty of the hull. They cannot tolerate it. You have to as a matter of fact, James, on your 14-footer, when you put your hand-done jack plate, your trim plate, you actually welded up a bunch of gussets, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to. It actually cracked the back of the transom.
Right. Yep. So look at how Havoc builds this. Look at the beef and quality and design of that, knowing that people are going to put a jack plate. So this is a jack plate, and you'll see it in the video how it works. But what this does, this plate slides up and down through here with his controls, will raise and lower this motor. And again, what that does is that lets us get that prop right up tight to the bottom. So when he's running skinny water, shallow as we call it, skinny water, he can keep that prop tight to it so that he's not hitting anything on the ground down there. Where most boats, if you don't have that, and that's all the way down, and you have this bolted in where these bolts are, you are limited, and you got that motor, that prop is way down here and gonna hit stuff. It's a beautiful system, that jack plate. Now he also has the kick plate version of this, which is right here. See these chains? Okay, those chains are designed, if he hits something with the motor, this whole thing right here is going to tip out and break. It's going to kick up and prevent from damage. Okay, it's going to stop that motor from damaging. I think he's going to show us here.
Give you a little show of that.
Power tilt and trim.
So when you're going down through there,
hang on, I'm going to kick your tiller up here just so you're not, there we go.
When you're going down through here, well, I'll tell you what, let me just get this off. You have to do a little edit. You're going down the river, you're going to be trimmed about like that.
You want to watch this is what we're going to be seeing here.
And when you hit a log, when the motor, boom, hits this.
See that kick up?
It just kicks up.
That way you're not going to damage and rip your lower unit off.
Right back down. It has been tested 2 times hard.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, it's again. He's look at his prop. I mean, he's using this thing. This is a tool.
Yeah, it gets used and used hard. I take care of it, do all the servicing on it myself, but it gets used.
Yep, but we are talking about, I mean, everything about this boat, every single thing that you see here, from every little detail, even to the rub rail that you see here for when you're coming into docks and stuff like that. And not only docks, trees and stuff like that, and coming in quiet against trees and not going as you run through the, through the backwater trying to get into these spots. Everything about this boat is built to hunt, 100% to hunt. The trailer, fantastic. The only complaint I believe he has on the trailer is he is pretty pissed off at his tire holder. His spare tire holder. It broke on him and he had to weld it. You can see it right there. He had to weld a gusset on there. Spare tire holder broke off. But that is not a Havoc. That is just a standard generic Amazon one. But we're talking about a boat that has got all the capabilities, all the features. I've never been on a boat that matters so much, to the point where I honestly would say, I mean, this boat is so many times better. It will run skinny, it will run hard, it will run slow, it'll putz through, it'll run flat, it does everything in the world you can think of. So, the point of this video is, if you're serious about hunting out of a boat, whether it's ducks, whether it's even fishing, obviously, fishing, because you can see how it's set up, James does a lot of fishing, but if you're using a boat for anything that's recreational outdoor use like this, the difference between this and the other boats is insane. I have built now 4 bow fishing specific boats in my life, all custom made for me to do what I needed to do, yet I've never been in a boat like this. I've never been in a boat that can do what this boat does. It is that big of a difference. So there it is for you. That is the Havoc. That is the VJST.
And I'll tell you one more thing. Tim Scott designed this hull. He designed it, and there's 3 or 4 other boat designs that are copycatting this hull right now, and it's, you know, there's a reason they're copycatting it. It's the greatest design ever, as far as I'm concerned, and a lot of other people, and he stands behind these hulls 100%. Tear it up, he'll fix it.
Like I said, I mean, why would I make a video knowing he's already got a video on it? The reason and it's not even my boat. The reason I'm making a video is because it's just that good. I have never been in a boat that makes a difference as much as this boat does. It literally changes the way you hunt. Some of the places that we're going to, they're 12 and 15 miles of nasty, horrible rivers that we're getting into. In my boat, understand it, in my boat, for us to do that without having a jack plate, without having stuff, and the fact that I run high, and when you take all the variables of running a boat like that, it takes me hours to get back there. It takes him 15 minutes in this to run. You'll see, again, I'm going to show you the footage, but you'll see he can be back there in no time. What this boat does to make you a better hunter, I can't emphasize it anymore. I cannot put it into perspective and explain it where it's going to make more sense, but this boat actually does let you hunt a lot more, a lot harder, a lot better, and it's still super light. We put this thing in on the water, like, as a matter of fact, James will tell you, but even today, the water's going out, so the river's dropping down, and we parked out there before daylight today. We were out there for 6 hours hunting. When we came back, this boat was basically beached. And but James is like, no problem, watch. He just grabbed the front of it, gave it a push, and this thing folds right off. So it's light enough to be able to manhandle it yourself and be able to work it. You got storage and all that stuff. And again, you know what? I'm not going to get into all this because we're already getting pretty long into the video, but you have storage compartments here. You got your battery and your trolling motor battery and your LiPo battery in there. You got all these compartments everywhere. I mean, this boat is, and you can configure it any way you want to. But we are talking about by far the best boat setup. And again, all of this is cool, neat stuff, and it's not a bad thing. I'm not taking anything away from that. But what I'm trying to emphasize here is you don't understand the capability of this hull, how different it is, how much difference it makes. Never been in a boat like this ever in my life before, and I really want one. So there you go. Anything you want to add in on that, James?
I use this thing. I mean, we jumped a few logs on a need to. I'm not scared to use it. I'm not gonna abuse it, but if I gotta get across a tree to get to a honey hole, I'm going across the tree. I've done it several times, and it's held up well. I can't think of another boat that I would want. I mean, great guys too. Tim and B. Scott, all their guys, they're great. I went out there to the plant, picked this up, and become good friends with them. But you can't beat this thing for sure. It's unbelievable what it'll do.
Perfect. All right, stick around because you're going to see the footage. I think I got about 4 or 5 minutes of this thing running through there, and you're about to see it. So, but big shout out to Havoc. Like I said, I don't even own one. Like I said, wanted to do the video because I'm not going to lie. Best hunting boat I've ever been in. It's that big of a difference. So check them out. Thanks for watching. Just purr right along. Look at that thing just purr. full jack plate. Look at that setup. Control height, control everything. Look at that. You need that for a swamp boat right there. When you're dealing with all the blowdowns and the crap we got out here in the stumps, you need that. Look at this thing.
It's got a kick plate on it too, so if you hit something, it kicks up. Kick and jack.
Yep. Also very important with the stumps.
We're gonna get on up the river here.
And that's how a hunting boat gets to a hunting spot. That is how a boat gets to a hunting spot right there.